So we are back with a trade recap today. The date is 21st of July 2026. Now, as you saw by the thumbnail and the title, made a nice trade today. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, it was technically a break even because these Alpha Future 50Ks I have basically blown, right? I've got $500 left. On this trade, I had to risk $100. 1 to 2 would have been $200. I mean, I can build it off. I can get out a drawdown like that, or I could just, yeah, I don't know, right? So I'm trying to trade these accounts till the end of the week. So anyway, let's get into this trade recap right now. Cool, so we got the charts loaded up now, and as you can see, look at this beautiful trade we took today. This trade happened about 4:50, 5 o'clock. So yeah, let me do the trade breakdown. Obviously, this was a 1 to 1.6 on Alpha Futures. I think so firstly, let me be completely transparent. Let me get rid of this. I want to say I took the trade from here. I took the trade from here. Stop loss below this low, protected low. Supposedly it's supposed to be protected. And obviously targeting a 1 to 2, which was this high. Right? So this was my original trade. Obviously, strong displacement through the CISD, came down, and we wicked the stop loss and had another pull up. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling any emotions when it wicked me out. Maybe it's because I wasn't risking a lot. I risked about $100 on this trade, 1 to 2, $200. Now, that's probably the reason. However, my psychology has gotten a lot better because I have been back testing my strategy. Now, cool. Stop loss on this, $100. Bye bye. $100 is gone, right? Now, just because we got wicked out and had strong displacement up, I was still confident in this trade, especially because we were still within the 50%. Like I said in the video last time, consequent encroachment of any PD array is amazing. It's like it just works, right? It just works. So obviously if I go to the 15-minute time frame, wicked off 50% consequent encroachment. Now, cool. So I'm thinking, oh, we got stopped out here. That's fine. We could see another entry as we have a CISD, which is in the exact same spot as the previous CISD. So the risk to reward will be pretty much the same, right? However, we obviously closed above CISD here. So I took my long here, stop loss below the low, and we targeted this high. Right, my stop loss, my TP was a little bit higher than this. My TP was about here. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this was about a 1 to 1. I'm not gonna lie, not a 1 to 1.66. It was a 1 to 1. Right, so I took a 1 to 1 on this trade. Obviously, the previous trade was a 1 to 2, tighter stop loss, etc. Right, so this is a 1 to 1. So cool, yeah. So this is the trade that hit TP for me today. Back to me about $70. So today I lost about $20, $25. Which is technically break even day for me, but obviously I'm gonna put in the title that we actually won. So yeah, don't watch that. But anyway, cool. Let me break down this trade and let me go into bar replay. Let me go to 3 o'clock and show you guys what I was looking for today. Show you guys my bias. So obviously we go to the 4-hour time frame. Now we have 2 reasons market is going to go in a direction. Now, what do you notice on this chart? What do you notice? So 4-hour gap below, we could target, right? Also, This 4-hour candle tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap, also sweeping previous day high. On ES, we didn't do that. There was still a large SMT for a sell. So going into today, my bias was short. So anyway, I'm waiting for so I dropped down to the 15-minute time frame. Now I'm looking for PD arrays. So we got a large amount of 15-minute PD arrays down here, and we also have nothing up here. So now I'm obviously play price. It's doing what it's doing, and I'm gonna fast forward to when I actually take the setup. So let me go to the 4-hour first. What do I notice? We are targeting this 4-hour gap up here. So this now is my drawn liquidity. This 4-hour gap that you see is my drawn liquidity. I'm bullish, right? Obviously, because we didn't tap into this 4-hour. This 4-hour candle tapped into this 4-hour gap, rejected off, strong displacement to the upside. Now this is my drawn liquidity, right? Also inverse this 4-hour gap to the side of it. So everything is leading me to think that we are buying. Now, drop to the 1-hour, no PD array. Drop to the 15-minute, there is this 15-minute fair value gap that we get tapped into. Okay, cool. So now we tap into this 15-minute fair value gap. I want the 50% of the fair value gap to get tapped into. So cool, we play price, blah blah. Playing price, cool. So we tap into the 15-minute, 50% of the fair value gap, just a little below. We do close below, but I'm not worried about that, as the overall direction is still here, and we came so close to tapping into this 4-hour gap. We are bound to go back up and hit this 4-hour gap, right? So cool. Wicked off 50% or 61%, whatever you want to call it, right? We're still in the discount of this fair value gap. Now I draw a line here. This is my CISD. We also do have a SMT over here. So SMT here between ES and NASDAQ. So I also noticed that. So there is a SMT going in my favor, which is another tick. And then I wait for price to close above my CISD. And just like that, we close above CISD. So now, taking my trade here, stop loss below the protected low, right? TP up at this high. I could have targeted this. I didn't want to, right? So up at this high, it was a 1 to 2. So I don't know why it's being different. Maybe my entry was different. Let me play a next candle. No, it was fine. So entry here, stop loss, where was it? Stop loss was definitely at this low. Targeting a 1 to 2 at this high, or 1 to 7.2, whatever you want to call it. So now we're in this trade, right? Boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking, yeah, cool. And what happens? We get wicked out of this trade. We get wicked out of this trade, right? We get wicked out of this trade. We're still trading inside of this 15-minute fair value gap, by the way, right? Still trading inside. So cool. Anyway, so now we wick this we wick our stop loss CISD here. I'm thinking we get strong displacement, right, towards our CISD within 2 candles, which is perfect. Also, we have new liquidity to take out. So we got this high to take out, this high to take out, and obviously the final TP, which would have been there. So cool. Let me get rid of this. So now I'm looking for a CISD entry. So we need to close above the CISD. So we don't close there. We close here. So now I take a long, right? Strong displacement up. Stop loss below the protected low. Targeting a 1 to 1. Yeah, 1 to 1. So now I'm playing price. We're in this trade. Boom, 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 boom. This nearly hits TP. You see this wick here? We nearly hit TP. I move my TP down to this wick, right? Because I know price isn't going to create this. Price isn't going to have this much momentum, be so close to this 4-hour gap, which is already our drawn liquidity, and not go up and hit this wick. It's bound to, right? So cool. Now, playing price. Here, I'm shitting myself. I'm not going to lie to you. Here, but because we have this fair value gap down here, and also if another fair value gap down here, I'm kind of shitting myself. So now we play price. Cool. This candle closes above these highs. Yeah? So now I'm thinking, all right, now we're bound to hit TP. We're bound to hit this TP. Now we play price. And we hit TP. We hit TP, which is lovely. So this was the trade recap for today, which got me break even on the day, but actually got me about $200 for the day if we didn't hit that stop loss, or $100. So yeah, this overall was an amazing trade for me, and I would take this setup 100 times over because this setup works. All of my confluences were there. The range wasn't too much. I was patient. There was a CISD which had strong displacement, 15-minute gap that wicked off to 50%, SMT, and a 4-hour fair value gap as a drawn liquidity. Can't get much better than that. So this was the trade recap. Hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. I hope you guys are liking these videos as well. This was a pretty quick one. And yeah, man, go watch the previous 2 other videos I uploaded. And yeah, man, we'll see what happens tomorrow. If nothing happens tomorrow, I'll still make a video about me analyzing the market and where I thought price will go, and etc, etc, etc. But I hope you guys like this trade recap. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And go follow my TikTok page, link in the description, and also use code NAZZY on Alpha Futures for 40% off. This code ends at the end of this week. So yeah, stay tuned for more vids. Appreciate you.